Now at 6, this is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good evening, and thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 6. I'm Brent Harden.
And I'm Bridget Bjorlo. First up tonight on Connecticut's news station, we are learning brand new details about a man and a woman who were found dead inside a home in Voluntown.
Now, people were told to shelter in place for hours there. Fox 61's Matt Karen is live in Voluntown near the Rhode Island border. Matt, you heard from police a little over an hour ago. What have you learned?
Yeah, we did. They gave us a significant update, Brent. No longer is there a large police presence like there was at 5 o'clock here behind us. But in this field, this is where all of the state police resources were staging their equipment. What we can tell you right now is that this all started at around 11:30 this morning here on Hell Hollow Road in Voluntown. State police told us that they received a 911 call from a woman. Troopers responded to the address that she gave them over the phone, and they found a man dead in the driveway. Police used their megaphones on their cruisers to try to holler out to or speak to anybody who may still be inside the home. Nobody responded. So out of an abundance of caution, the state police set up a perimeter around the area. They brought in the drone and deployed that to see if they could see anything. There was also a shelter-in-place order that was given for a 1-mile radius. They were asking people who lived in the area to stay inside and asking anyone who was driving in the area to avoid the area. They then were able to figure out who actually lives in that home, and they pinged all the cell phones of the people who lived there. One of them was a woman, and the ping on that cell phone came back to actually being within the residence itself. So that's when state police took their drone and they actually flew it inside one of the windows of the residence, and they found a female dead in the stairwell of the residence. The tactical team then went in to make sure that nobody else was inside that residence. And we did talk earlier with State Police Sergeant Luke Davis, who provided some additional information. Here's what he had to say.
At this point, this is being turned over to the Eastern District Major Crime Squad. It is an active and ongoing investigation, and identities of the deceased parties will be released at a later time. There is no ongoing threat to the public.
Okay, so that's the important part, right? No ongoing threat to the public. We do know that 2 people are dead. We don't know the nature of how they were killed or their relationship to each other or their identities. That's all information that we're going to continue to gather and that will come out in the future. One additional thing to tell you, people in the area were sent a reverse 911 message alerting them that the shelter-in-place order had been lifted. So that's the latest here in Voluntown. We're live. Matt Karen, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
All right, Matt, glad to hear the threat is over. Thank you. Turning now to the weather. It is a hot one out there.
Yeah, and we're kind of in the middle of this thing, so there's no relief coming right away. Meteorologist Rachel Frame joining us now. Rach, when will Mother Nature kind of take the edge off this thing?
And by this weekend, it will be less hot, cooler, emphasis on the because it's still going to be very warm and humid this weekend. But we have 2 more days to go of the hottest and most humid conditions, including tomorrow, which I think will be the warmest of the bunch, with highs that could flirt with triple digits in the Hartford area. So we wanted to extend this weather watch alert through Friday just to tell everybody, for planning purposes, that is when the excessive heat and humidity will continue through. We have humid nights as well, which makes it tough to cool off your homes, especially when you're dealing with consecutive days of heat and humidity. People without AC, the homes just get warmer and warmer, and there's no real refreshing nights to kind of balance things out. It's still the hottest inland. It's warm and humid towards the coast, but just not quite as hot. A heat advisory continues through Friday for the reasons that we just highlighted, except for the immediate shoreline, where again, it won't be quite as stifling. But here's a look at the numbers out there: 80s to near 90 degrees, and it feels like near 100 right now for Windsor Locks, but feeling a lot more comfortable in southeastern Connecticut. Storms to the north should fizzle before reaching us, but our luck will eventually run out as we head through later this week. I say luck, but but honestly, we could use a downpour right about now for the lawns, for the gardens, just to cool off. So tomorrow we're looking at heat, humidity, highs soaring through the 90s, feeling like triple digits, and there is a chance for an isolated late day or evening storm in northern Connecticut, a better chance for more numerous showers and storms on Friday. We'll talk more about it. Your full forecast coming up.
All right, Rachel, thank you. Well, as Mother Nature continues to heat things up, workers who can't avoid the heat know exactly how to cool down.
Fox 61's Julia LeBlanc visited businesses to see how they're beating the heat.
For nearly 65 years, brothers Bob and Ed Sweeney have served hot dogs in New Haven, no matter how hot it gets.
In the summertime, July and August, you fry like a French fry. Then you got the opposite, January and February. It's freezing.
And though they're along the water on Long Wharf Drive,
down here we get a pretty good breeze.
It's no match for the summer sun. And the 83-year-old hot dog king has picked up a few tricks along the way.
The sun radius throws off tremendous heat, but the cardboard blocks the sun, and you get the breeze in between. Back in the old days, you had no fans, you had no heaters. Today you got heat in the truck, so you can camp out. You got fans, so you work around things.
A must to keep up with their loyal customers.
He's the best.
It's mind over matter. We have no mind, so it doesn't matter. So we're okay with this.
Have a good day, guys.
And while workers outside are doing their best to keep cool, so are those working inside, like the folks here at Executive Cleaners in Milford, where they're relying on their fans and their spot air conditioning to beat the heat.
So this is our tunnel air conditioning, and so when my presser is here pressing, she has this air conditioning on them.
It's a system Clementina Yazdani and her husband installed in their store 2 decades ago. One she says many other cleaners don't have, but since they can't cool down the building.
And you see, this is hot.
They do their best to keep the people inside comfortable.
It's counterproductive to have an air conditioning that cools down the building when, on the other hand, we're trying to create steam.
So on days like today, they keep the presses off in the afternoons and only run the machines in the morning.
Luckily, we never had to be in a situation where we say, oh, we're not going to do any work today because it's 100 degrees out.
As for the other employees near the front, the fans and summer treats keep them going.
We do iced teas and we do popsicles, and even the ones that are in the back, iced coffees. So we do like a run almost every day.
Getting the job done no matter the weather.
We try to take care of our employees as best as we can.
Julia LeBlanc, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
As we get closer to actual tournament play out at the Travelers Tournament, think of today as a warm-up, and we're not just talking about the weather.
Once again, the media took part in the mini golf tournament, and it's all for a great cause, for charity. Fox 61's Jim Altman is live at the TPC with much more. How's it going out there, Jim?
You know, Bridget, since the last hour when we visited you at 5 o'clock, it was actually much hotter an hour ago. It makes sense, I guess, but now the sun has kind of gone through the clouds, so we're getting a bit of a reprieve here on the 18th hole. And yes, we've addressed battling the heat here all day, but I want to show you. This is the 18th hole. It will be packed over the next couple of days, but they're pretty much closing down for business now. The Pro-Am is done and people are getting ready for tomorrow. Well, the competition will heat up, and yes, believe it or not, the temperatures will too. But today, as we do each year, we, the media, took Minnie to the max. It's become tradition. And before we see the drive for a Travelers Championship title, there is this. Hapless hackers doing battle on a much smaller scale.
I come every year and my game has not gotten better.
The quote-unquote celebrity mini golf challenge is back. And no matter where the shots land, there is a collective aim. It's for charity. Alongside Carp, Jonah, and Kane, Lindsay, Team Fox 61 is looking to overcome the numerous obstacles in the way. We played for Hartford's Camp Current. Screen star Bridget Moynihan provided some highlights, shooting for the Hole in the Wall gang camp. And the crew from the Special Olympics of Connecticut made their mark
Both our teams came in third. We're 1 point off the winning the $2,500, so really excited to have that. And what a great experience for our athletes. They're out here, part of what's going on here, showing people what they're made of.
This year's winners came from the radio world. I'm hot, I'm sweaty. At least I lost to somebody who played in the major leagues. That's the only thing. It's the only saving grace today, Dibs.
Well, it really was me because I didn't golf really well, Jimmy. It was you lost to Rachel and Amanda Joe, so that should be what you think about.
And there is the thought that as long as this role continues for charity, it's all worth it. We all kind of win.
Yes, we do.
I mean,
You're so good. We all do win. We come out here, we're all promoting and supporting our charities and kind of getting people aware.
And that's what it's about, supporting the charities out here. We do want to give props to our broadcast brethren from iHeartRadio. They won this year. They actually won last year, too. We won a couple of years ago, though. If you want to blame anybody for us not winning, blame the man to my left, our sports director, Jonah Karp. What happened out there today?
I thought we played pretty well.
We actually did. We were respectable.
It was a hard course.
It was much harder. It was much harder this year.
Yeah.
It's always a great event, and it's always great to be here.
And we always
charity.
have our second place finish from last year.
Yeah, we came in second last year. We've got a trophy to prove it.
Yeah.
Jonah, what's coming up in sports later on?
Well, we're going to hear from last year's winner of the Travelers Championship, Keegan Bradley. Also, we're going to talk about a player who's not participating this year, Rory McIlroy. That's coming your way later in sports.
We'll look forward to that. And for now, we're live at the TPC River Highlands in Cromwell. Jim Altman with Jonah, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
You know, you might not be winners in golf, but you are Emmy winners, both of you, so congrats to you. Stay with Fox 61 for everything related to the Travelers Championship. We'll have continuing coverage for you on air and online at fox61.com.